Hello, 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 good people of God. I hope you're doing well today, wherever you're at. Just out here taking a few steps for my health, right? My mental health, my personal health, just my whole well-being. But I just wanted to share this with someone. Maybe it'll help someone, I don't know. But I'm learning, right, not to give access to the wrong people, right? Because when you give access to the wrong people, or even one person, it could change the trajectory of your life, right? And you're not thinking about it in the moment. You're not really thinking about the future or anything like that. You're just thinking about today, right? People will only show you a certain version of themselves until it gets to a point I'm gonna say this, right? You can constantly tell a person, yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll go here with you. Yes, I'll give you money for this. Yes, we can do this. Yes, we can do that. And to the point where you say no. The moment you say no, that's when all hell breaks loose. You start to see that person's mindset. You start to look at them in a different way. And it's like, I tell you, you cannot give access to the wrong person, but you don't see it right away. I'm gonna let you know that right now. So don't feel bad like, oh, I didn't know and this and that, because sometimes you won't know, right, until you really get to know someone and be around them and hear them speak, right? And so what I want to say is that if you love yourself, if you respect yourself, notice the signs early, right? Sometimes you could get used and abused and you not even know it until a little bit later on, right? So I just want to encourage someone today, if you have been used, abused, or maybe talked about, right? Or maybe someone may have called you names or different things. I don't know what you've been through, right? But just know that it's all right and it's gonna be all right, right? We as humans make mistakes, right? But I don't want you to look back. I want you to look forward, right? Because in this season, when you're trying to do something good in life, you're trying to move forward, sometimes you'll have these roadblocks and you might encounter the wrong person, right? And sometimes some people say, oh, you didn't know that? Or you didn't know? And it's like, no, I didn't, right? Don't make people feel bad for what they didn't know, because we're all learning, right? And you're never too old or young. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to learn, right? But once you learn, that's when you're supposed to grow, right? And so I want to challenge you today. If you're overcoming people pleasing as myself, right? I've always been that way. I don't know why, but I just asked the Lord to help me to overcome people pleasing, right? You're always trying to make people happy, trying to say yes all the time, but sometimes that don't work anymore. I want you to challenge yourself this week. If you're always overgiving and doing things and saying yes to people, how about this week you say no? No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not giving you money. No, I'm not taking you here, because you don't want to drain yourself. It's about protecting your energy. All right? So I hope that encourages someone today. And if you ever been used or abused or talked about, you can put it in the comments, right? And I'll say a prayer for you as well. But how about we learn together? Right? We can learn and grow together, right? You don't have to feel bad about what you didn't know. As long as you learn the lesson, you can move forward for your future. Amen. I pray you have a good day. And remember, love yourself and respect yourself, because if you don't, no one else will.